it was Saul who basically said, "Nah, no more witches," and then he's the one now going, "Yo."
And even you gotta remember, it tells you I believe in Colossians about being rooted and built up in the faith. They've got that old Gadite proverb about there's a fight within you, like there's two wolves in you, and if you feed the one, it's like good and evil basically, a good wolf and a bad wolf, whichever one you feed will basically grow. So it's like the seed of faith is basically something that's nurtured. It starts with a seed, then it buds, then it grows into the stem, it leaves. Then it comes out and bears fruit. The fruit is the last thing that comes of it. So it's something that it starts as a seed. Like it's a process basically. And if you understand that process starts from and only what I'm saying is a little leaven, that's it basically. So you gotta like nip it in the bud quickly. No, I ain't letting that grow. Nah, quickly.
It's like there's levels to wickedness, there's levels to righteousness too. That's why you got pedophilia, and you get she-males, you got trannies, there's levels to wickedness. You delve deeper and deeper. Can't.
We take the famous one, Aleister Crowley, man. He started somewhere.
That's it.
And he got worse and worse, man.
He wanted to go deep.
Yeah, he wanted to go too deep. Even the other witches didn't want to do it, man.
It's crazy. Yeah. That's true.
So we like
Called him the beast.
Yeah, they actually put in the beast.
I thought it was even the elites that kind of said like this guy's like,
He's doing too much.
you was
Trying to get above us. Like,
you was our residential witch, like, you know what I mean? The man just went ham. Just said like, no, fuck this, man. Doing too much, man. Like, we gotta kill this guy. He's going too far.
He's too wicked.
Too wicked.
the wicked curse you out for being wicked.
Verse 5. When the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee.
And if
it went wrong.
Yeah.
It's not the truth. You know?
Yeah.
You got me.
So no, because I was the point I was making before about how Satan you will use the scriptures and then but he will pervert it in one way or shit, and if you ain't privy to it, if you ain't aware, which is why the scripture says basically if you we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So so if you ain't paying attention, and then he'll slip a little something in there, right? Like for instance, in that TV program, Sabrina, right? In one of the series, what did they say? They was like, well, Eve didn't die, and then people were like, oh, she didn't though. So if you're not privy to that, but she did. Exactly.
It was worse what happened.
Yeah.
Like sometimes death is like the easy
Exactly.
way out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He said, why did the Most High Power put angels to stop them from ever finding the Garden of Eden? That why would he do that? If he would have let them find it, they couldn't even find. So even if it come to a point where they left the garden, I'm like, fuck this, I'm going back, and they couldn't find it.
Yeah. Because
Basically, when they left, most have basically put curses on them.
That's it, basically.
They said, "Oh, Adam, you have to work hard now. You have to do all this madness just to reach this, man."
You think he won these like 100 and something? I'm finding this, man. You know, man, it's been around for centuries, and I'm like, yo, I can't find it, man.
Esau's probably trying to find that place now, man.
Yeah.
That would have bugged him out, man. Imagine it. Whoa, only it's Israel, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but another thing as well, is when Cain did what he did, he didn't put him to death. After killing Abel, he didn't put him to death, which by law is what would have happened. He would have put him to death, but there was something worse for him in store. Right? He got cursed with leprosy and he got sent out there, man. He got sent away. Right? And to this day, his progeny, or his posterity, you know, are cursed.
Yeah.
With the highest curse of all nations. It results in Esau.
What of all the Lord's creations? Because like just to back you up, like bro, he hates mosquitoes, trying to kill all the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes gonna be in the kingdom.
You know?
Killing you.
But you ain't, after 1,000 years, there ain't gonna be no more Edomites, man. They're gonna be done. Right, you're gonna have rats, mice, beetles, snakes, piranhas, the most nastiest, vilest animals looking and shit. But Esau ain't gonna be there.
Cain had to say himself, man, the punishment is greater than I could bear. The Most High never put him to death, so what was he talking about?
Exactly.
Because he knew that somewhere down the line, man, this ain't gonna go out well, man.
It's a dogger.
You know?
Hey, you see, that always happens, man.
One of them Jaguars.
Dog came to the camp, man. Dog came up to the camp. You see that?
One of them Jaguars trying to show love.
Happy, yeah.
Hey, you see?
But yeah, man, Cain knew what the deal was, man. He just know
Yeah, he found us.
Second time.
And the curse that I'm gonna get, that I've got now,
Same dog.
it's
No,
gonna be
different dog.
beyond what I can really comprehend, it, man. But it's gonna be bad. And that
See,
curse
these
in
dogs
England
love
is
the Berber,
the
man.
nation of Esau.
And that was a guard dog as
And
well.
with Edom, man.
I believe.
And that's
from
why
the
Esau
Yellow
can't escape his judgment. Because he's bearing Cain's judgment. You know?
Yeah, look at that.
The scripture that says sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. So it's like, that's why it's greater consequences.
That's
At
it.
the end, you're gonna have to face
And the fear of something coming.
Yeah.
He's sitting there waiting for something.
Yeah,
man. You
yeah,
know
yeah.
it's gonna
You
come.
don't know.
You thought I was as one as one as now.
Yeah.
Because,
Ooh, yeah.
man, you just thinking like he said it, but man, he would have really come down. That's why. Not Tubal Cain, the one after Tubal Cain. I forgot his. It was something like that. A name like that. He said, "I killed a man. Surely, if vengeance will seek to upon Cain seven
Yeah.
times, surely it shall be."
I think it was Lamech, innit?
Lamech. Surely, if vengeance we seek
Yeah.
on Cain, then on me it should be 7 times 7.
Yeah.
But guess what? That guy was around when the flood came, man.
Oh man.
He felt that
Yeah.
the rain and was like, yo, what's going on?
The fuck?
The flood.
Yeah.
No, there
That's
was
it.
even long. I'm guessing, because they lived long lives.
Yeah.
And everyone was around for a long time until it winds
Yep.
down. The ages and whatnot.
Yeah.
But that's the point. Like them lot, they really think like, yeah, I can do this. I can
Do this,
X, Y,
that's
Z.
right.
But they don't know that the Most High can stop.
Yeah. It also because the brother quoted the scripture, but because sentence against evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of sons of men fully setting them to do wickedly. Right, I liken that to like touching the hob. Let's say you can't feel the pain. Right, you touch your hob, look, it's all right. You leave your hand there, you just kind of, you come there, look, hey, watch this, show your friends, look, I did that. Nothing's happening. But in some way down the line, your hand's with, right, you're all fucked up, and then now you can feel the pain. But because you didn't just touch it, you was holding it, now that pain is fucking your shit up because you're feeling it later and you didn't stop. You just carried on. Judgment.
You Edomites, the hope. That slavery, you got nothing to do with slavery, forget it. You can forget it. You gonna feel that pain. You gonna feel that pain, man. I was going into it last night, man. It's like, these guys want to escape from that judgment. They want to feel like they got nothing to do, man. This is why reincarnation is beautiful. And unfortunate for some, that it exists, man.
Beautiful for others.
Yeah. Because like I say, you are your forefathers, man. You're going to have to pay for the crimes you did. And just because another generation has come to pass, don't mean you got away with it, man.
Quick precept.
Esau as a whole is going to feed it, man. And that's why there's so many damn fucking Edomites today. And as well as other nations. But there's so many people on the planet right now because they're all here to receive judgment, man.
It's Job 21 and verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old? Yea, are mighty in power. Verse 8. Their seed is established in their sight with them and their offspring before their eyes. I'm going to jump down to verse 19. The Most High layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it. So these guys, they live long lives, man. The Lord has, stretched out their being just for their judgment to really come down upon them, man.
Yeah.
Because they're in the helm of their kingdom. The Lord has given them a chance to rule, a chance to live, and to live long lives. Most of them die at 110, 120 years old and shit like that. But they got a great judgment coming for them,
The scripture says they leave their substance to their babes, man.
Okay.
They leave their, substance, their riches to their posterity, their generation to generation. And that's why they've been sitting like most of these Edomites today. They've been born with a platinum spoon in their mouth, let alone a silver, man.
Yep.
You know, they've been living sweet. They don't know about hard work. They ain't worked a day in their lives, man. From when they was a little toddler, little baby devil, their accounts was full.
Yeah.
You know, set. Their life was set, man. All their insurance, everything, man.
I got no
They just
two-
grew up taking over the father's company
it.
or some shit. You know.
I know two. Sorry, Baba.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was gonna back. I know 2 3-year-olds with more money in the bank than all of us, man. Like,
Together. Like millionaires. You know. I've got some few pieces for you.
I ain't even
Zechariah 11 and
exaggerating.
5, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Yes, so Esau over time, because he got his hands on us during the transatlantic traumatic slavery, and he's been living off that wealth even until this day. He thinks that the Most High is not going to do nothing to him, man. But the day's coming for him, man. Your tab's been added up, your sins have reached unto heaven, and your ass is going to have to pay that tab, man. You ain't going to escape, man. And I've got the next precept, Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunk it, guys. The 12 tribes, you Negroes, Latinos and Native Americans, you know, going through the act of slavery. It says, and art thou he that shall not altogether go unpunished?
27:14.
So is Esau not going to go unpunished? No,
If his
hell
children
no,
be
man.
multiplied for the
It says,
sword.
thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Yes, so you're going to drink the dregs of that cup, which is slavery, man. The same shit you dished out, you're going to have to drink that, man. What you sown on the earth, you're going to reap back tenfold, man. You know?
Yeah, you got it.
I've got 2 precepts. This is Psalms 49 verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, man. And you can apply that to Esau, because he thinks, you know, he ain't gonna be touched. They think Babylon ain't gonna be touched. You can see it in their movies. Every time you see there's an outside foreign alien threat, it's always America, Babylon. Well, you always see in America win.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They're defeating Yahushua. How is that, man? But in the scriptures, Yahushua, he's going to take complete control. It's not going to be even a match. You know what I'm saying? Within 1 hour, Babylon's going to be through. Yeah? So they're proud.
And they're feeding that rhetoric right now. You have the revealing of the flag of the Space Force, I believe. You know, with Donald Trump. And also, they released the footage of UFOs, and they relabeled the name of the UFO. It's unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs. So they've rebranded it.
Yeah.
They've rebranded it to usher in a new agenda, basically.
Yeah, but
Being
because just back in, because the thing is, them videos came leaked time ago.
Yeah.
But then after Trump announced the Space Force,
Yeah.
that is only recently, and then after that is when the Pentagon officially said these are official videos.
So they said they've changed the whole kind of way they're dealing with the law, man. They're dealing with unidentified aerial phenomena.
Yeah.
But now they've set a precedent, basically, what do you call that? Like an indication within the timeline to say, look, from this day forward,
Yeah.
it's not UFOs. We're not going to deal with that. We're going to deal with unidentified aerial phenomena, and we're going to say, yeah, it's real. But you know what that's leading to? That's leading to everyone having kind of one world governing. So that's when Yahushua shows up, everyone's at one to fight against that. You know, Yahushua.
Shit, yeah, if that was a guard,
And
though,
even
trying to
with the-
guard it to the
Showing
light,
you what
man.
time we're in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
see
recently,
that
they even promoted that women are going to start to get drafted, man. You know, since they're promoting that equality, yeah.
Yeah. So they know what they're doing. They're building, you know, what's it? They're basically setting the foundation for everything to go down how it needs to go down.
The other precept, Psalm 75, I'll start from verse 4. And I said unto the fools, deal not foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn. Lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High is the judge, he putteth down one, and setteth up another. For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture. and he poureth out of the same of the dregs thereof. All the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the Most High of Jacob. And it says, and all the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. Yeah, so that's what Esau don't understand, man. He doesn't know that everything is based on Bible prophecy, man. The words of the Lord, when you read Isaiah 55 and 11, you know, his word don't go out void. And it was already written through the Spirit, even before they were born. What? Esau will serve, the older brother shall serve the younger brother.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Esau, the so-called white people. Yeah, and Jacob, he's going to be the leader, the future rulers and kings of society over the whole earth, in fact, over the whole galaxies, because we're going to have own planets, space, whatever. We're real guardians of the galaxies, you know what I'm saying? So Esau, he's trying to fight against the blessings of Jacob.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking back here. Scripture says, because he's talking about, you know, the galaxies and all of that.
Yeah.
Scripture says, envy thou not the oppressed. Here it is, you get our people selling out, you know, for a big house and a Lamborghini and all of that. Right, but we gonna have chariots. Like chariots and planets.
Yeah.
You know, so might as well wait for that paycheck. You know?
Yeah, we're already suffering cardboard-sized room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Speak out after you.
Yeah. We're already suffering. You're like the brother saying, you're jealous of Esau, but what is Esau offering?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing, man. You're living in a cardboard-sized room. Yeah, you're paying $600 rent, and that's not even included all bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yahushua knew that. That's when Satan tempted him in the
Yep.
desert, man. It's like,
All these
he offered them all the kingdom, and Yahushua's like, bro, you don't even know, bro.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can you offer me? It's not yours. It belongs to the Heavenly Father, man.
And that's even the thing, because he knew that, well, ultimately, the kingdom of heaven is belongs to him. So anything that don't belong to him, it belongs to Satan, basically.
And it was given to him as soon as he sacrificed and was put on the right hand of the Heavenly Father, man.
Yeah.
It was his. He got it. He obtained it.
And it goes into in Colossians, which we mentioned earlier, about him being expressed. He said he made all things.
Yeah.
Dominions, principalities.
Yeah.
He made it all. So he had that. That's why, going back to when he came into power, when Yahushua really landed on the scene and was in the synagogue speaking, and he quoted Isaiah, I believe, and then they started saying, we've never heard someone speak with such authority. Why? Because authority goes back to the word author. He's the author of the book. He wrote it.
Oh, like
So,
The volume, the book.
Yeah. So he wrote the book. They were scoffing at him, but it's like, I wrote it. I know where it is. So it's kind of like Satan coming at him. He's looking at him like, this is like, he had the overview. He had everything on bird's eye view. He had it on Smash. He just knew, look, man. That's why just to show that certain people understood that, the centurion that told him not to come to his house. He broke it down to him. He said, look, man, I'm a man where I tell this one go and they go, this one come and they come. All you have to do is say the words and it will be done. So he understood that the Lord, you don't have to come to my house. You just say the word and it'll happen. Because as I'm a centurion over 100 men, you're like the king over the spirit. So all you gotta say is, you know, they were spiritual back then. Devil gone. I know I'm gonna go home and everything is how it's meant to be. He understood order, authority, and all those kind of things. So it's like when you know, there's only so. That's why our faith grows with the manifold of temptations we go through. It grows more and more. You see things for where it is. You see that, you know what, the Most High's got his hands in the wheel, man. He knows what he's doing. I had something like that recently, man. My former employees didn't want to pay me, and I had to wait time. I had to call them again, and then basically what happened was, it was all a temptation, man. It's like, yeah, we're gonna give you this, that, and I was like, alright, cool. But I knew that was a test because the Lord wanted to see, yo, is a nigga gonna come out and you're gonna get on some like, yo, pay my money on Tuesday.
come on, yo.
That's what they want. You know, they got demons on them, man. They're trying to throw you out and make you behave in the manner they believe that you should behave. What did he tell in the book of Wisdom of Solomon? He says this he says that the Most High is God and he's near unto him. Come, let's deal with him evilly to see if it's true. So that's the way the heathen look. They size you up and they think, nah, you can't be that good because I'm not like that. So you especially you nigga, like you're the base in this whole world. You can't be like that. So I'm gonna, put you through the ringer to see if you behave as such.
Yeah, if I can mention on that point.
Yeah, speak up.
Yeah, that point that brother was speaking on, it made me think of the scripture where it says Satan has desired to sift you. Talking to Peter. And when you go into the word sift, in the Greek is siniazo, and it means to overthrow your faith by inward agitation. So you getting agitated, and that's when they want you to get act out of your character. Pressure. Pressure. So that's what I was thinking. The scripture also says, there's another scripture says, in your patience possess your souls. This is all what? Patience, suffering.
Long suffering,
Some have more than others, man. Cause you hear these rappers talk about being patient.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking patient,
Exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, you
niggas sold out, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's be, But let's be real about it. You got into music. You started spitting bars at like 12, 13, 14 or whatever. You got your deal by 20. Like 6 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's not a fucking long time, bro. All the apostles have been in this street for 30 plus years, doing what they believe in, man.
Still waiting.
That's it.
And they're still waiting. We're still waiting. These guys don't know what patience is.
They don't.
Okay, and true patience is being tested.
Yeah.
Okay, and you sold yourself short. You niggas have sold yourself short, man. Yeah, you got your flash cars and all that shit now, but not for long.
Exactly.
That your contract is up with you so soon, man.
Yeah.
The covenant of death could be disannulled, man.
Yeah.
Okay, the only ones that are gonna have an everlasting contract,
That's it.
is the whole of Israel really, but beginning with the elect.
That's it.
They're the ones that are gonna be really rolling in the kingdom, man. We're gonna be the Jay-Z's and all that of that world. The
Righteous.
the righteousness, man. The superstars. Okay, Lord willing, we make it. But you guys that have had your consolation now, that's not going to be the same for you. You won't be a king. Obviously, you're going to have a province and all this kind of stuff, man. But you're going to be down the totem pole, man. Okay, you're going to be taking orders from men higher up than you.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to work. You're not going to be the flashy guy no more like that.
Yep.
Amongst our people anyway.
That's it.
If
which were on the point, because earlier on we spoke about the elites and how the elites of this world and how they're patient, right? If you look at what they do, a gradualism, right? When you look at the way they kind of brought this whole fishery in, man, what they do first, they really push the women's lib, right? And then then they push the homos in that, and then now the women carry the whole homos, and then they basically use the women to then say to the men, well, if you don't like homos, there's something wrong with you, and the men made the men simps, so the men were like, oh, okay, I've nothing wrong with homos and all of that, and that was a long game. That wasn't quick. But really, you look back from 1776 or whatever, the beginning of the Illuminati or whatever, man. That was hundreds of years ago, man. So these guys been playing this patient game, right? So they exactly, and that should be an example of patience, man.
Yeah, because you have particular Edomites pushing ideas through that they're not even going to experience because they're going to be dead.
Yep.
But they still got not the faith, but they still have the perseverance to do it because they know that we got to do it for our people. So
that's that rebelliousness, man. That's that stubbornness that they have. Everybody's got this rebellious as hell. They're stubborn, man. And that's why that's when they're deluded with thoughts, man. They think the Lord, if he shows up, if they believe that if he's going to show up, they think they can fight him, man. They're so deluded, they're going that far with it. But that is because they're fucking rebellious, man. The Lord has made them that way. Okay, they're patient. They're patient in wickedness, man. There's two sides to things. You could do the same thing in righteousness or in wickedness, man. It just depends on the spirit you bring to it. And Esau is just filled up with that demonic spirit, man.
Quick one, real quick. This is Daniel's chapter 7 and verse 27. It says, "And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." Right, so that's the kingdom for Israel. And the Lord, he knew this. Everything, when he returns, he's coming back to claim the whole earth. Right, Psalms, the 2nd chapter, you know, hey, the people, they're all gonna obey. They're gonna be servants and handmaids, you know, and they're gonna be serving Israel, man. So the point brothers were speaking on how Jake, he doesn't want to, like, you know, wait. You know, he's saying, oh, I suffered here, and, you know, or Biggie Smalls, that, you know, I was eating sardines for dinner, all of that
Some
spirit.
niggas sardines are healthy for you, man. Fuck off, man.
you know, so yeah, man, we got to suffer, you know, just a little bit longer.
God, you said he sort of say what? You went from sardines to crab. Exactly.
Yeah, but hey, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah, just a quick precept we just read, man. Because obviously, it's funny. Right, it's Isaiah 45, verse 23. Says, I have sworn by myself, the word is gone out of my mouth in righteousness. I shall not return. That unto me every knee shall bow, and every tongue shall swear. You know, it must be written somewhere else. Cause I remember saying, is that? Oh, that, yeah, okay. So yeah, it must be written in Philippians as well then. But yeah, every tongue shall confess is what I was thinking about. Yeah. You know, so it did, you know, when we're in rulership, man, they're gonna have to comply. He's also talking about mandatory testing and mandatory vaccines. Well, following this law is gonna be mandatory, man. Yeah. Okay, you don't have a discussion, it's not no democracy. You know, we're not gonna get your vote on who's best to rule, all this kind of stuff. We're not gonna have none of that, man. You're gonna follow the rules, the laws of righteousness. And there is no option to that, man. If you break the law, you're gonna be judged by the law.
Slow death. No rain.
You know, and guess what, man? You've got plenty of brothers that are around, man, that'll love to crack you upside your head.
That's it.
You know, because we've been waiting a long time, man. And anyone that violates that, you know, violates the law, best believe the bro gonna take great pleasure in bringing judgment. You know, whatever form it comes in, man.
Meditate terrors.
That's right, man. Even now, brothers sit there and imagine the things we could do.
Yep.
And we can't even do them yet. You know?
Even Esau says it in the world when you do certain contracts and like, it's non-negotiable, you know, like shit.
Yeah.
This is gonna be non-negotiable, bro.
Because he's the one in power. He can say those things, right? But he ain't gonna be in power anymore. Esau ain't gonna be in no fucking G5 or G6, wherever, you know, where the fucking G number is. He ain't gonna be there.
Because he ain't gonna be great.
Gonna be no G9.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be the council of Israel.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, the council of the heads. That's what it's gonna be. You know, and judgment's gonna come upon a place, man, as soon as we hear of it. Soon as we hear of it. Evil wickedness ain't gonna be left to tarry, man.
Yeah.
You know, judgment will be executed with speed.
Yeah.
And haste.
Yeah, because otherwise things like this happen, man. You know, Esau is running rampant, doing all kinds of bullshit in the darkness, in the forest, in the groves, you know, see a couple of shit being left around. They ain't gonna happen, man. Okay? Right. We're gonna know what you're doing when you're doing it. It's gonna be like live RFID. Yep. We're gonna know.
Yep. Spiritual RFID.
Yeah,
spiritual
we're gonna know what you're getting up to, man. You're gonna tell a lie, we're gonna know you're lying.
Yeah. All those eyes wide shut ceremonies, they're gonna be cancelled, man.
Yep.
You're not gonna be doing that
Definitely.
shit. You know, with them fake masks and the cloaks on, sacrificing people. That's not gonna be happening in our kingdom.
Sacrifice will turn on you guys, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just turn into a big demon and just eat everyone alive.
Yep.
Jake will come down there and laugh.
That's it.
And it'll be a story. Leave one guy left just to go and tell the story and kill him off.
What did you just say? Meditate terrors, but
That's the spirit. I wasn't even, you brothers were on side kills. I wasn't just be think about it. I was like, yeah, man, give it a go. I've got a precept still. It's 1 Maccabees 8 and 1 down to verse 4. Now Judas had heard of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that join themselves unto them. You know, one world basically. And make a league of amity with all that came unto them, and that they were men of great valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts which they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute, by warfare, and what they had done in the country of Spain for the winning of the mines of silver and gold which is there. Now that's the point, verse 4.
and that by their policy and patience they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them. And the kings also that came against them from the uttermost part of the earth, till they had discomfited them and given them a